I'm Mike Brofman, and welcome to another episode of Song and Wine, Brooklyn Art Song Society's web series where we discuss our upcoming concerts and enjoy some awesome wine from Waterfront Wines. I'm joined today with Kristin Gornstein.
Hello.
Who is joining us for our Cabaret night coming up March 3rd, this Friday. That is the final concert of our Wien series, so we're sad to see it go, but we're excited to present cabaret works by 9 composers in many different languages: German, French, English, the whole gambit. And we're going to be discussing your contribution, which is 5 songs by Kurt Weill on text by Bertolt Brecht. But before we get to that, I would like to introduce our wine for today, which is provided by Waterfront Wines on 360 Furman Street. They specialize in organic and all-natural wines, and they're right in the heart of Brooklyn Heights, and you should check them out. Our wine today is Gigondas. It's a Côte de Rhône, and we are going to give it a test and see what we think. So, cheers.
Cheers. Wow.
It's really good.
It is.
They're always really good. What stands out to you about Kurt Weill's style, as a composer?
Well, I think that he really straddles the line between, well, if there's a line between opera and musical theater and theater, somehow he really goes between those three really fluidly in a way that I find really interesting.
Yeah, I think he's really the first crossover artist in a lot of ways. When a composer evokes popular music, it's a conservative thing to do because you're, almost by definition, popular music's more tonal, more idiomatic, more sort of, immediately appealing. But for Kurt Weill to do that was an exoticism. You know, he was taking this jazz music, which was extremely new and foreign to a lot of people's ears, and putting it in. And I think that's what his relationship with Bertolt Brecht, and Bertolt Brecht's whole sort of theory of art was that art shouldn't distract or sort of help us escape from the sort of miseries of this world. It should exacerbate and make you even more aware of them, of the score. But I think in Cabaret, you're not doing it right if you're not egregiously ignoring the score.
That's great.
Like if there's a cabaret, if we did this entire cabaret night and no one ad-libs a line, no one completely takes rubato where it's not at all marked, no one adds a piano flourish that wasn't really the score, it wasn't really a cabaret night.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. It's like art song that was written as cabaret. Yeah, that's a good point. It's the freedom to really add your own interpretation and to add your own insight, I think, into that. So obviously, like, Weill and Brecht had their own ideas about what they wanted to represent when they wrote these songs, and then now, how many years later, 75 years later, I have my own scope, political landscape and scope of what I want to be representing, and so it'll have a new and exciting twist. I think that's, like, very exciting. You really never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, and I think spontaneity is a value of cabaret, because I think the difference also between sort of art song and cabaret that I think is important is that in art song the performer is a vessel for presenting the song, and in cabaret the song is a vessel for letting the performer come through. If that makes sense.
Like with these Weill songs, they're very much open to interpretation. Like if you really just played what was written piano-wise, it wouldn't be that interesting. He was there when jazz was invented. You know, that was his lifetime. Like that is a pretty amazing thing to be able to pick it up and put it on the piece of paper, and it's like a part of jazz, a peripheral part, but it's there. You know, he was noticing what was happening in his community.
So we tend to put sort of these composers in their box when they were completely open to other styles and not at all rigid in their tastes, and open to composers who are radically different.
Right.
No, I love Alabama Song
Me
for
too.
a very superficial reason of I love the Doors.
Nice.
And I was a big Doors fan growing up,
Yeah.
and I actually knew it first
Yeah.
as the Doors version.
Me too.
And
Me too.
I, but I think that is a testament to Kurt Weill's versatility of you can do Alabama Song as like an opera aria,
Right.
or the Doors can do
Right.
it, and it works. It
Yes.
totally works. However,
Nick Cave also, I think, has done it. And
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
song was always, from Schubert's day on, a stone's throw away from popular music.
Yeah. Right.
By its nature, because it's, and one of my favorite sort of quotes about music actually comes from Joey Ramone, from the Ramones, where he said, "We only knew 3 chords, but we knew 3 good ones."
Yes, I've heard that. I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, and I like that idea of, like, to me, that's all you need.
Right.
To a song, think of Doppelganger by Schubert.
Mm-hmm.
You literally need 3 or 4,
Right.
3 or 4 of the right chords,
Mm-hmm.
and you have yourself
one of the most beautiful
songs ever written.
We spend so much time in school, so many years learning to do something in a very black and white, very right, wrong kind of way, that I think once we get out and are kind of free to make up our own minds, it's hard to break that right, wrong mentality. And it's great to have nights like this and where you can just kind of shake up your perception about what classical musicians can do and like what they are capable of bringing to an audience.
But since we've imbibed a lot of wine and gone significantly off topic, this is probably a good place to call it quits. So you should come Friday, March 3rd, to our cabaret night at the Brooklyn Historical Society. We are joined by Justine Aronson, soprano, Kristin here at Mezzo, and Samantha Mulk is the 3rd mezzo, and myself, Richard Valtuto, and Spencer Meyer on piano. In the little info thing that's either on the side or below, you could buy tickets. They're gonna sell out. So if you're watching this and you're like, this sounds fun, then definitely now's your chance to buy those. So we'll see you next time when we discuss our next concert coming up at National Sawdust on March 31st, and we're performing the works of Jake Heggie. So until then, cheers.
Cheers.